Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll give you the summary of para number 12, part number 12, which consists of two surahs, surah number 11, surah Hud, from verse number 6 to the end, verse number 123. Then we'll start surah number 12, surah Yusuf, verse number 1 to verse number 52. A total of 169 verses, and inshallah we summarize into 48 important critical points. Surah number 11, surah Hud, verse number 6 to verse number 123 to the end. Revelation number is 52, and this surah was revealed in Makkah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, the food and the provision for all creatures, for all galaxy, is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide. He is the provider of all sustenance. If Allah gives a taste of mercy to the people, and if that mercy is been removed, then the mankind, the people, they become ungrateful and they will turn away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you think Quran is written by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then go and you get all of you together and bring 10 surahs like the Quran, and you will never be able to do it, and this challenge has not been done till today. Then the story of Nuh alayhi salam starts. Nuh alayhi salam said, "Oh Allah, bring the punishment to my people." After 950 years of the tabligh and spreading of your words, they have not accepted. Allah said to Nuh alayhi salam that, okay, build a ship, and then he said, okay, place all those people who have accepted your message and put a pair of the animals in that ship. And then Allah ordered the sky to open for the rain, and he ordered the earth to open the earth to bring the water. The water was coming from the top and from the bottom. Then at that time, Nuh alayhi salam, eldest son, was going away. And Nuh alayhi salam said, "Oh my son, come in my boat." He said, "No, I will go to the mountain and save myself." Nuh alayhi salam said, "Today nobody will be saved except those people in this boat." And then suddenly a big wave came in, and Nuh alayhi salam's son was drowned. And then when all the punishment was done and all the destruction was done, Allah said, "O sky, stop your water." And Allah said, "O earth, close your gap and close the water." And then the water settled down, and Nuh alayhi salam asked Allah, "O Allah, my son was part of my family, and you said that you will save my family." Allah said, "Oh Nuh, if he was part of your family, I would have saved. He was not part of your family." Nuh alayhi salam immediately repented and asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgiveness. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave forgiveness to Nuh alayhi salam. Remember, blood relationship does not count as compared to the iman and the believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. After that, the nation of Saleh has been mentioned. They killed the she-camel, which was as a miracle, which was a sign of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then after that they said, "Oh Saleh, bring the torments, bring the adhab from Allah." Saleh alayhi salam said, "Just wait for 3 days, you will have the punishment." And the punishment came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The angels came, and the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam starts. When the angels came and they gave the glad tidings to the wife of Ibrahim alayhi salam that you will have Ishaq and then Yaqub, then she laughed and she said, "This is very strange. Ibrahim is old, I am barren. How is possible to have a child? Not once, even two." Then the story of Lut alayhi salam starts. Lut alayhi salam said to his people, "Oh my people, these are my daughters of my nations. Marry the female, do not have the sexual relationship with the male." But they said, "Oh Lut, we do not want to have your daughters, we want to have the relationship with the men." At that time, the angels came down with Lut alayhi salam, and they said, "O Lut, don't worry. We are the messenger from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and your nation and your people cannot touch you. You and take those believers with you away from here and do not turn back. And all the other people will be destroyed. But among your family, your wife cannot be taken with you because she is not a believer and she has to be punished and she has to stay behind." Then the story of Shuaib alayhi salam is there. Shuaib alayhi salam emphasized to his people the three things: that give full measurements, give the full weight, and do not have any corruptions. These were the three crimes their people were doing, for which the whole nation was destroyed. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned, on the day of judgment, on the day of resurrection, the Pharaoh will lead his nation into the hellfire. Lastly, Allah says that if those people who do not obey Allah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fill the hell with human being, mankind, and jinn. Surah number 11 finishes here. Then we start Surah number 12, Surah Yusuf, verse number 1 to 52. Revelation number is 53, and this surah was revealed in Makkah. Allah said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down the Quran in Arabic so that we may understand. People like us who do not speak Arabic, it is required for us to understand the translation of the Quran so that we understand the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said He revealed the Quran so that we understand. Then the Yusuf alayhi salam and his brother's story has been given in very detail. 11 major points I would like to just explain to you. His brothers, they took Yusuf alayhi salam, and while they were going and they wanted to kill him, and then they decided not to kill Yusuf alayhi salam, they threw him into the well. But then what happened? The king of the Egypt was passing by with his family, and they wanted some water, so they put the pot inside the well, and the small boy came out, and they sort of adopted Yusuf alayhi salam. And then Yusuf alayhi salam grown up to be a young, beautiful, very handsome man. And one day, the wife of the king wanted to seduce Yusuf alayhi salam to have sexual relationship, and he was running away from it. And then she grabbed her shirt from the back. Her shirt was torn from the back. And when the king was heard about it, the wife lied that, okay, no, she did not attack him. In truth, he attacked her. So the king put Yusuf alayhi salam into the jail. While he was there, then two of his jailmates, they saw a dream and they wanted the interpretation of the dream. Yusuf alayhi salam gave him the interpretation. One of the interpretations that you will be serving the king. And Yusuf alayhi salam said, remind the king that I am still in jail. So that man went there, and then he forgot. Then after that, the king saw a dream that for 7 years there are 7 cows, very fat one, and there are 7 cows are very thin. A detailed dream has been mentioned. Then the man said the interpretation of this dream can be given by Yusuf alayhi salam, who is in the jail. The king asked Yusuf alayhi salam to come and gave him the dream, and then he gave the interpretation. And then he said, no, you are going to become part of my government. What position can you do? He said that I am very good in the treasury, so make me the finance minister. And he was made a finance minister. Then there was a drought, and then the Yusuf alayhi salam brothers came to Egypt to get some corn and the wheat. And Yusuf alayhi salam gave them, recognized them and gave them, and they said that next time if you want to come, bring your other brother Benjamin. And they brought Benjamin next time. And while he was going, Yusuf alayhi salam placed a gold cup in the bag of the Benjamin wheat. Then they shout that, okay, our golden cup has been missing. Then they agreed that whoever has this golden cup, he will be kept with the king. So Benjamin was kept with Yusuf alayhi salam, and Yusuf alayhi salam told Benjamin that I am your real brother. So then they went back, and then they come back again for the wheat next time. So Yusuf alayhi salam said, do you know what have you done with Yusuf and Benjamin? So all the brothers said, are you the Yusuf? Yusuf alayhi salam said, yes, I am the Yusuf. So then Yusuf alayhi salam gave his shirt. He said, go and give it to our father and tell him to put this shirt on his face. Inshallah, his eyesight will be restored. And then the parents came down to Egypt, and then he asked the parents to come and sit on the throne with Yusuf alayhi salam. At that time, actually all the 10 brothers, they make a sujood to them, and Yusuf alayhi salam said, oh my father, this is the interpretation of the dream which I told you a long time ago. So this is, at this point, this surah ends. May Allah give us the guidance to read, understand, and implement Quran in our life and in our community. Thank you.
صلوا علیہ